Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to do a Blu-ray reading. I don't know what the reading's about. I was having a conversation with Michael a few minutes before I started the reading. I had to go do something and I completely don't remember what the hell we were talking about, but I'm supposed to do the reading anyways. So here I am. So Blu-rays come from Archangel Michael's family. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. That's interesting. So let me just get all the cards ready. Getting all the cards ready. How are you guys doing, by the way? Hello, Mystic Mermaid. Hello. This is really interesting. I'm totally getting all of these like blips, almost like screenshots of like galactic stuff. I'm not too big on galactic things. I'm gonna be really honest. I don't like to explore that too much. A lot of people really, I just love galactic things. I mean, that's good. That's good. Love what you love. I'm just not really into it. So, and Michael says I have to explain. Usually the things that I'm not into, like galactic things, those are the things that I have past lives in, or there's a past life that's connected to that I don't want to explore. Because many of us want to know more about our soul's history. I, on the other hand, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to know none of that. I just don't like to deal with it. So I'm getting a lot of galactic type of imagery. I don't really, totally galactic. It's like obviously scenes that are not terrestrial. It's not from here, from Earth. There's a lot of like technological stuff that I'm being shown as well, like walking through hallways, and you can tell the walls of that hallway. It's probably some sort of ship or something like that. Suddenly so hot. All right. Let's get started. Okay. All right. I'm told I did this in a specific order, so let's do that. All right. 10 of Autumn. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones. Making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. Sleeping dogs. My dog's sleeping beside me. So I'm getting this like family traditions for Blu-rays, especially those of an elevated nature. The family tradition is basically being fully present during a period of shifting, okay? This period of shifting that's occurring, the whole planet's experiencing it at this point. It's not just people who are sensitive to energy. The entire planet, the entirety of the human race is experiencing the shifting that's going on. And a part of our family tradition is to be present during that period. The reason we have to be present during that period is because a lot of major changes occurs. And we're basically here to help neutralize unnecessary, unfair imbalances, okay? So making wise investments or planning for retirement. That made me a little bit happy. The whole planning for retirement. I'm hoping that this is going to be I don't, I don't want to jinx it. I'm hoping that this will be the retirement cycle for the Blu-rays. I really, really hope. I hope. I hope this, not just because excuse me for yawning, not just because I'm sick and tired of Earth bullshit. I'm saying this because every single time Blu-ray Cloister has to come to this Earth plane and incarnate in large numbers, it totally just becomes this whole cluster fluff of like massive upheaval, destruction, violence. Like, yo, can we just retire? Let people handle it on their own. More and more, I'm kind of taking that stance of y'all can handle it on your own. You know, not that I'm giving up on you, but like it's time for me to kind of be a little more hands off and allow you to be a little bit more hands on, both hands even. So let's see, card number 18, the moon, powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. I'm feeling like that is the truth of a situation, that it's at this point that the planetary cycles that we have been going through over thousands of years have finally reached a point where, dare I say it, where maybe Earth's no longer going to be what's considered a prison planet, where Earth is going to finally be liberated to the point where its inhabitants, as well as Gaia herself, can rise up in frequency enough to no longer be a feasible feeding ground. Okay? So, girl. King of Winter, knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional. I would say that's like Blu-ray stuff, where you're knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional. Whenever a Blu-ray gets emotional, it's usually because there's a lot of imbalance that's needing to be leveled. We're levelers. That's what we do. We're levelers. We level things. So get advice from someone professional and objective, publicly speaking, unemotional relationships. Public speaking. So Blu-rays have much of their coding stored in the throat chakra. Elevated Blu-rays. I'm not talking about the Blu-rays who are part of the group that fell, which is about like 70%. Hey, well, let's be honest here. About 70% of the Blu-rays, they gave in. They said yes, Satanus. They gave in. They gave in. They fell. They were part of that rebellion, yada, yada. So I'm talking about those who still have coding intact. Hold on. Shit, guys. Give me 1 second. Girlfriend, you waited until I started reading. You waited until I started. So, oh my damn. We cannot fault the elderly. My dog's old. She's old. She got tired of trying to hump me for the past, say, 2 hours. Now she's got to pee. Yeah. So, card number 12, every journey starts with a single step. Whew. So here we are, bags packed. This bag is full of transformation. Magical transformation. We enter this life naked. We walk through this life naked. So long as we want to do the job we do, we have to be naked. You can't have all these different layers of adornment, things to make you look cute, if you're going to do the work. Part of the work that Blu-rays are here to do is to exist in such a naked, pure state. And that purity is not the purity that society defines it as. Purity in terms of soul, it has to do with authenticity, without putting up a front, playing a role, any of those things. That's what purity is. So, card number 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. This is about allowing yourself to receive. Oh God, here we go again. Michaela over here is saying the receiving includes connections. I want some names. Who are we supposed to connect with? I want names. Make a list, alphabetical order. I want you to put their phone number, home as well as work. I want their email address, their home address. I want to have options in regards to how we're going to connect. I really don't. I was just joking. Don't say any names. So be the hunter, not the hunted. What if this had send you a copy? You go ahead and you call them all for me. Be the hunter, not the hunted. So stop chasing. Stop looking for things to run after. Oh, that's a deep message. That is such a deep message. Stop looking for things to run after, to chase after, because what do hunters do? They look for things to chase after. They can do it very low key and stalk someone, or they can do it like flat out, you see me now, I'm gonna chase you down anyways. You gotta make sure you have your priorities straightened out and organized. Okay, straightened out and organized. Make sure you organize your priorities, color coded. Card number 33, heaven sent. What is in the air tonight? Do you guys feel that? Do y'all feel that? Do y'all? It's in my pheromones. What in the hell is going on? Card number 33, heaven sent. There's a lot of galactic code coming down from the ether. It's coming down, these galactic codes, for those of you who are Blu-rays and not the corrupted kind. Well, I'm talking about corrupted coding. I'm not saying you're corrupt. I'm saying the coding, corrupted coding. These codes are going to basically bridge the gap between whatever coding you have that's still intact and coding that's been corrupted. Because for some of us, this gap is huge. Excuse me. You're going to need a bridge and some galoshes. I don't know why. A bridge and some galoshes. So have confidence in the message being delivered. Have confidence, okay? Allow yourself to go through whatever process you're going through that will build your confidence. That process will build your confidence. You're knowing that you are being divinely guided. You are actually hearing your higher self. I don't know why I'm being told to say this. Many of us don't speak to our guides. Many of us are actually speaking to our higher selves, but we can't accept the fact that we are powerful enough to hear our own soul. And so we name it something else. Name it something outside of us. So, I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. If you feel the need to call it something else, call it a different name than your own. I mean, you've had so many different names in your lives. What if your guides are nothing more than the remnants of fractals of lives you've already lived? What if? I once saw a guide that was Stop. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, that's to stop. Card number 34, trapped. You're not trapped in your circumstance. You're not trapped in your circumstance. You might feel like you're trapped. You might be able to convince yourself that you're trapped, but are you? That bird, I believe that's a raven. No, that's a crow. That's a crow. Crows are still smart though. Ravens, they're smart. They can absolutely get out of things if they want. All they have to do is observe. Huh? So, card number 28, sacrifice. What can you let go of? I can let go of quite a bit. I can definitely let go of the things that try and drag me down into the muck. Absolutely. Zero hesitation. Regardless of the name, so long as the energy resonates the same as other mucky things, it has to go. It has to go. It's getting to the point where it's like time and time again, test after test after test, we are being given, shown, brought to the same types of energies over and over and over again. And at some point, you have to begin giving yourself permission to love yourself enough to walk away. Without understanding, without needing to know for sure that, you're not wrong, you're not mean. I'm kind of like at the point where I used to be, whenever my intuition would tell me, no, don't talk to that person. No, don't be friends with that person. I'd be like, no, don't be that way. Don't be like that. That is so mean. Let them prove you wrong. None of these people have ever proved me wrong. Not a single one. Every single time my soul has delivered that message, every single time, it has been 100% accurate. Like, it's chilling how fucking accurate. I wish my soul would send me that depth of message for Lotto. I know I would win for sure. No joke. It's 100% of the time. And the reason I've been able to move forward from that is because of perfect acceptance. I finally accept that I, the human being, might not be able to see clearly enough because of my own lessons in life, insecurities, self-doubt, things like that. I might not be able to see clearly, but damn, my soul got 20/20 vision. Like, girlfriend can see. She can totally see. And so now I'm kind of like, oh, you said what, girl? Okay, yeah, no, we'll cut him off. Like, now, I don't need to prove you wrong because every single time, no, we're not doing that anymore. I don't think so. So now you have to begin listening to yourself and tell yourself, okay, I don't understand why this person makes me feel weird in a bad way. So I'm just going to trust my soul is trying to keep me from this. I mean, try it out. Try it out. Look at the ways in which your soul gives the message. If you feel uncomfortable, if it feels kind of like, whoa, wow, I don't feel good around this person. I feel uncomfortable. That's your soul telling you, right? Keep hanging out with them. Let's do a little experiment. Keep hanging out with them. Make them really, really comfortable around you. Like, really extend yourself and, make them feel comfortable. And then see what happens. Just see what happens. It might not happen for everybody, but I'm curious to see what happens for most. I'm definitely curious. Definitely curious. Yeah, see? Nope, not again. Exactly. I'm like, bitch, I already come across one of you. I don't need to again. No. Go call your homie. You go hang out with him. I don't think so. I'm not going to hang out with you. Card number 33, translucence. Love the darkness. Love your shadow. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Your shadow is the only thing in your life that has followed you through every single circumstance you have ever been in. Your entire life, from the moment you're born, all the way up until you die. It's been with you. Has done nothing to you except follow you around like a lovesick puppy. And that's what you're scared of? You're not afraid of the person who's telling you their religious or spiritual beliefs to get you to like them? I'm just saying. I am not going to tell you what I personally believe for myself in order to convince you to like me. That is like the number one. I know someone who was scammed by a person really, really badly. Like they almost went to jail from the scam. Like I think over $1 million. Yeah, they got scammed for over $1 million. It was like credit card fraud or some shit like that. They didn't know. Not credit fraud. And they came to me one day and they're like, oh my God, I have the most amazing business opportunity. And as soon as they said that, I was like, I don't know, this does not feel good at all. It doesn't feel right. And then they produced this paper that was typed out by the individual explaining that they're, not to hate on any groups, but that they're Christian. I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with business? Not all Christians do this. Let's make that very, very clear. Not all Christians do this. But the fact that it was like, why? What does that have to do with it though? Like this fucking business thing. And then the person was like, oh, but they're Christian. I was like, there's nothing wrong with being Christian, but why? What is like, oh, this is gonna end badly. They didn't listen to me. It ended badly, very badly. Not because the person was Christian. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm pretty sure that person ain't even Christian. I'll tell you, I don't even think that person was Christian. I don't think they were Christian at all. There was nothing about them that spoke of any type of like religious or like love for God type energy at all. So you have to create your own salvation. You know why? Because really the only thing you're saving yourself from is your own circumstance. So you have to create these opportunities yourself. The reason we are in the state we are in for all the 50 states, for the nation, is because we have been waiting for someone outside of us to create opportunity for us. How many of the people who sit in that chair in that specific office have created opportunities for us? Like real opportunity. Not just opportunity based on things that continue to fuel our separation. Like I don't want to earn something. Well, I don't want to be given something like admission to, I don't know, whatever, based off of my ethnicity. I want to earn that. I actually want to earn that. Because if that's the case, I mean, just give me the paper now. If you're just going to just give me the paper now, let's not waste all these years, all that money. Just give me the paper now. There's a lot of things that we wait for other people to do for us. I'll be happy when I find the right one. Well, if you can't be happy now on your own, why are you putting that on someone else? I mean, it's really not someone else's job to do that for you, to make you happy. That's your job. That's an internal mission. And card number 20, alliance. Although it's not someone else's job to make you happy, there will be someone There will be someone who either you will come across them or they've already come across you, who you need to form an alliance with. This will be an unspoken alliance. It's going to be an unspoken alliance. Okay, this is something that's just going, it's just how it's going to happen. Not for everyone. Oh, okay. Card number 33, Heaven Sent. Card number 33, Love the Darkness. Darkness comes from heaven. I know. Some people are like, what the fuck is she talking? I know. Sounds crazy, right? If God is omnipotent, what created darkness? If God is all powerful, what created darkness? Girlfriend, she yelling at me. So you have to form an alliance, and that's how you reach a point of mastery. Because that alliance is going to challenge you quite a bit. It's going to challenge you to the point where you become a different person in a good way. In a good way. That alliance does not necessarily mean it's going to be lifelong and you're going to be together and in a romantic relationship. Yes, I'm always very quick to point out that not all alliances have to be romantic. I'm just saying. Why you keep sweating me though? Michael keeps sweating me. Why you keep sweating me off that? Just saying. I'm just saying. So let's see what this deck says for us. So let's see. Yep, same plane of existence. They are on the same plane of existence. Darkness is nothing but a lower density than light. Yeah, she's too old to be barking like this. Hold on. Come on in. All right. She's been flamed. Okay, girl. It's just girl. All right. Here we go. You better not hump me. I will yell at you even though I'm live. You better not. 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, here goes. I love you though. You're a pretty girl. You're smart. Yeah, you are. You're very smart. You're very, very smart. Very, very smart. Shit. Shit. Okay. The rebel. This is not at the top of the deck. I was told to cut the deck. I cut the deck. I was told to look at the deck where it was cut, and this was the card. And then I shuffled it, and before I could push all the cards together, Michael said, pull out the card at the bottom. And this was the card. The rebel. Some of us are very rebellious to the process. I don't know why we're rebellious. Maybe because we're sick and tired of you pressing us for stupid shit that we don't want to do or listen to. Maybe. Or maybe we just don't want to deal with that type of lesson or growth. I don't know. It's different for everybody. But the rebel in you needs to become rebellious to your own rebelliousness. Is this Shiva? Is this Shiv with a freaking... knocking over this big ass table. You have to become rebellious to your own rebelliousness, because your rebelliousness, you rebelling against your lessons, it's creating the very binds that are holding you, that are shackling you in place. You have to make sure you're not creating prisons within yourself. The mind. Ooh, the mind. I think Michael might be talking to me directly. So when your thoughts cause you to really, really fight your process really, really hard, that rebelliousness is definitely a mental shackle. It's just, he said it's ugly. Well, I can't be pretty all the time. Card number 10, harmony. You have to harmonize between your ugly and your pretty. What the fuck? He just said that. I have to harmonize between my ugly and my pretty. And be an Asian boy with gynecomastia. Like, you guys, you have to find that sweet spot, that harmony, that like compromise between your ridiculous rebelliousness and your lessons in life. That do kind of look like me when I had a pixie cut. That's fine. I still had gynecomastia back then too. No problem. Completion. You're finding all your pieces. Whenever this card comes up, it's like a reminder that other people have parts of you that you need to retrieve. You can't retrieve that without conversation. Can it be telepathic? Like, serious question. Can it be telepathic communication? Does it have to be a phone call or a text? Why do you get quiet when I ask you serious questions like that? I'm totally not even joking. I'm like serious. Shit. He's going to throw us off the cliff. See if we can fly. I guess you have to trust the process. You're going to figure out or be told sooner rather than later whether that conversation needs to take place. Okay. You couldn't draw the line at like social media messages. Granted, he's talking about, for some of you, this will be in person, face to face. Do any of you resonate with that? Because I want to make sure the message is for you. I just want to make sure the message is for you. Receptivity. So this is a double message, okay? It's like when you have cellular reception. When it's clear skies and there's no mountain ranges, you can receive that service. You can receive the calls, the messages, internet service, all of that. When you make mountains out of molehills, it blocks your receptivity. Why are you crying? You crying because of this reading? You missing your twin flame? You guys, this. Where are you? You hella dark, girl. Why are you crying? Do you have a twin flame you miss? Did he run from you? Probably because you farted, because you always fart. You have no shame in your booty. Just like, I don't want my twin. You're pretty. You are pretty. You are smart. Leave the silly boy alone. There you go. Keep your chin up. Be a proud girl. You too old to be like, oh, keep your chin up. There you go. Yeah, she too old for that shit. I'm just saying. I'm joking. You don't have a twin. I'll be your twin. Just look at me like, you're okay. You're okay. So trust and receptivity. If you're gonna turn mountains out of molehills, if you're going to, make mountains out of molehills. You won't be receiving the messages clearly. There's going to be a huge lag. Okay. So I guess that means you need to trust your process. Michael goes, you guess? Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't fully believe the fucking message. It might be accurate for someone watching, but I mean, I don't know if it's accurate for me. I can't be talking like it's accurate for me. I'm not resonating. Aloneness. Oh. Sometimes dark circumstance is allowed to access you, affect you, in order to create enough darkness to really juxtapose your light with something polar opposite of it. When you have a dim light, it becomes a lot brighter. It becomes a lot brighter in dark environments. Are you guys okay? I ask you guys like it's one person. Are you okay? Everything all right? Like, all seriousness, everything okay? I don't feel anything wrong with me. I don't believe it's me. It's just a weird, like, hold on. Bish, we need to wake you up, Bish. First off, does my dog have a twin flame? No, shit. I'll be your twin, baby. I'll be your twin. It's okay. I won't run from you. I have bad knees. You can always catch me no matter how old you are. You'll always catch me. So really though, is everyone okay? No. All right. Does this have to do with the shifting going on? You can't spin in place, dude. You got to move. Does this have to do with the shifting going on? It's a small no. Does this have to do with... My face is so intense. Does this have to do with divine connections? She says yes. Does this have to do with... What was the reading about again? Okay. Is the aloneness an indicator that, like, struggles are coming? She's not answering. Is it the person that you think it is? Just don't move. Hold on. Maybe if I take off my slippers. All right. Is it the person that they think it is? Yes. Am I going to have dessert tonight? Are you seriously saying no? I don't want to answer anymore. I don't know. Something shifted in the energy. It feels kind of like someone's not okay. And I don't even know if it's someone on this live stream or someone outside of the live stream. It's like a sadness. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know that I'm supposed to do anything to help. It's just like a recognition of a major shift. It like a realization almost. It's almost like, oh my God. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know it's not mine though. And I don't necessarily feel like I'm called to try and help somebody. It's just a very intense emotion someone's experiencing. I don't know what the emotion is rooted in. So let me just pull a couple more cards and then we'll be done. Maybe it's a collective. So, okay. Y'all, I'd be getting irritated when Michael tries to tell me what to say during. I'd be getting so irritated with him sometimes. I'm being told that I need to clarify some things. Some of the messages that the collective gets, these people who channel and, you know, all these just weird ass shit that I see sometimes, where they're allowing some foreign entity to speak through them, and this entity claims sometimes to be Michael, sometimes to be Sananda, sometimes he said a few other names, but I didn't care to listen. Sometimes they'll tell you things as though it's happening for everybody, but it's really not. These are hijacked transmissions for Blue-ray Cloister. That's a very, very specific subset within the Blue-ray family. Blue-ray Cloister has been in service to creation for all of creation. It never had the opportunity to fall or become corrupted. Now, some of your coding gets compressed as you lower in density, but we never really experienced that phase of corruption, like code corruption. So the message that started being, it was a transmission that was hijacked years ago. I want to say sometime around 2010-ish, the transmission started to play. And then around 2012, the transmission reached our atmosphere. And that's when it became really hijacked. The message has to do with twin flames, twin flame unions, twin rays. So twin flames, that's the name it was given because they didn't know the translation for the second word. So it was a fire word. Flame, that works. Let's use flame. Twin flames, this is your romantic partner, yada, yada, yada. And they began to sell that. You have to be in divine union. And they skewed that storyline that they received from that original transmission. They skewed it to really create more havoc for people. And what that message really was, Blu-ray counterparts are to find each other in this lifetime, not just any kind of twin flame. It's a Blu-ray twin connection. That's a very, very, very specific connection. These were the only ones that definitely needed to be in contact in the human realm in order to finish their work. It was never everyone else. It was never, ever, ever meant to be everyone else. There are so many messages that get hijacked as they're filtering through our atmosphere, trying to find the consciousness that message should have been delivered to. So now we're having this really like huge struggle for so many people because twin this, twin that. And I'm just like really over it. If we're going to be honest, I'm really over it. So let me see. So Michael was talking, the reason I started talking about that, Michael was saying I needed to make a clear distinction. Many of the messages that I start talking about twin ray stuff, it's a very specific twin union. That union was never separated, ever, ever. It's never been separated. I've been able to see the specific person's eyes since I was a child. Yeah, okay. So it's things, and it's not because I'm highly clear everything. It's because this was a template I was supposed to use to find the person. But I'm not interested in finding people. So let's see. I feel like you made me say too much. Feel like you're instigating shit yet again, Michaela. King of Cups in reverse. Artistic temperament. Double dealing. Scandal, loss, ruin, injustice. A crafty person without virtue. So this is the Michael card. I'm joking. When this card comes up, especially in a reading like this, it kind of gives me the sense that a crafty being has definitely manipulated all of us. It's created so much strife by all these half-truths that it spreads. You have to be very, very careful about the information that you receive. Just because people use the proper terms to make them sound spiritual and elevated in intelligence does not mean they are those things. It really doesn't. It doesn't take much intelligence to find someone else's work or channel or video, whatever the hell it is, and regurgitate that. It doesn't take much intelligence. It really, really doesn't. So be careful of who you're listening to. I mean, question me too. You shouldn't be taking in everything I say the way I say it. You have to really allow your filters to filter out all of my own personal bullshit and see what truths are left for you, what really resonates, what creates that vibration within you. So, Three of Pentacles. Great skill in trade or work. Mastery. Sorry, I just had a download. For any of you, if you begin to feel like a very, very, very faint pulsing in the forehead and you suddenly like your eyes glaze over and you just and possibly some tingling in the head, some sort of transmission just went through. I ain't got time for that. Okay, Three of Coins. Great skill in trade or work, mastery, perfection, artistic ability, dignity, renown, rank, and power. Artistic. Someone is this is their art. This is their craft. What is this about? Don't tell me this black magic shit again, because I'm about to break people's fucking pinky finger. We don't want to do anything lethal, but I want them to be inconvenienced. Because what is this? For real? What is the next card? I get real sick and tired of that black magic shit. It's just as annoying as twin flame shit. A loyal person, an envoy, emissary, trusted friend, a stranger with good intentions, a bearer of important news. Okay. Maybe your soul is getting artistic in the way it delivers the messages and creates the connections. Serendipity. Using a lot of that. Synchronicity, serendipity. So there's certain things I'm now getting super hot and itchy. There are certain things that really, as much as you try and avoid it, as much as you try and not like be a part of it, it will find its way into your life. Okay, it will definitely find a way to connect, to contact. It could be little blips. I'm not necessarily saying a person. Certain people will be that like fucking annoying. Y'all, if people don't want to receive your calls and stuff, just leave them be. Like it's not that serious. Like don't keep doing it. But there are certain types of energies that will continue to try and very gently test not invade. Okay, invading your space and hi, fam. There will be some people who will try and test you. Again, not like trying to invade your space, but just kind of test things out. You can't avoid that one. But oh, your sexiness is such a distraction. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay. Two of Swords. Balanced force, firmness, stalemate, affection. So all of this that I was just talking about, like the energy that comes in, it helps to balance you, to level things out. Okay. Allow yourself to level yourself. Remember earlier in the reading, it was about rebelliousness, right? Oh, what is this card? The Rebel. Are you going to be rebellious against your own journey, against your own learning? I've tried that. It was a total waste of time. You could try it too. If you have different results, definitely let me know. But for me, it was a total waste of my time. I still don't have the full balance that I guess my soul wants me to have. For some, that full balance, because your base needs to be extremely wide, double the width. I'm so sorry. My frequency is super high, and so I'm going astral. The messages still keep coming through, like downloads, galactic coding. I can see it. I don't know. I don't think it's flashing. My screen looks like it's flashing on my end. There's a lot of energy, extremely high frequency. So if you want to be able to balance something very, very easily without falling over, you typically want to have the base much wider, and that shifts the center of gravity. When you have a double wide base, that usually requires two souls to hold the base. That's what the whole twin ray thing was about. An anchor and a navigator. Okay. Ace of Wands. New beginnings, birth, new ideas, and creation. There are things that are being created. Solar energy is definitely being used. Definitely. Solar energy is being used to help bring things into being, to pull it out of the shadows, to really put it in the light. Oh, God. Let's see. Okay. The Devil in reverse. Release from bondage. Divorce. Recognition of one's needs by another. Overcoming severe handicaps. What if you are your handicap? What if you have to divorce that old you that has been really, really fighting the growth? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, well, shit. We got a Tower. We got a Tower. Complete and sudden change, breaking down of old beliefs, abandonment of past relationships, severing of a friendship, changing one's opinions. So Tower moments aren't necessarily bad, just like Devil card doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. The Death card doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to die. There's a lot of changes coming. These changes need to be allowed. The way you see yourself, the way you see your connections, the way your relationships function, it has to be allowed to change. When you have an equation of you versus you, no matter who wins, you will always lose. One of you will always lose, right? So it's a lot of energy coming in, a lot of truth raining down. Jesus Christ, I thought I was able to avoid. I thought I was able to avoid this card. Three of Swords. Deception, frustration, jealousy, broken heart. Yeah, we can't afford that shit. Yeah, I don't want none of that. That just tells me, like, yeah, see, it's at the bottom again. Oh, gosh. All right, so you got the Three of Swords. And then you have Judgment in reverse. Bias, false accusations, bigotry, severity, and judgment, intolerance, unfairness, abuse. I'm wondering if you're going through that or if someone else is. Is it you? Wait. Did we just have the Justice in reverse? Oh my God, my head hurts. Well, it doesn't really hurt, but, you know, kind of just. Okay, so Justice in reverse. Hold on. I'm fucking confused. Okay, hold on. Decisions pending finality, the only decision that can be made under the circumstances. There's options. There's options. And you've probably already decided something, but you don't want to accept it for yourself. I don't know. Y'all, Blu-rays are confusing. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done. I don't want to pull any more cards. I'm getting more confused because of the fact that frequency is going higher and higher. Yeah, no, I'm aware. There's someone trying stuff behind the live. It's not affecting me. Someone was wondering, is it someone doing this to her? No, someone is trying to do something to me. It's not working, but it's not because someone is trying to do something to me. The frequency is getting really, really high. We're reaching a point where this is a lifetime where we're supposed to do some major, major shifts, major, major changes for humanity at large. And with the way the planets are aligning, the way the stage is set for the world, I think this is the season where whatever needs to happen will happen. And it's not that if something does happen, all of a sudden the world doesn't exist. That was never one of the options for creation. It was never. Never, ever, 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 ever. It was never an option. So no matter what, humanity is going to continue to exist. We're still going to continue to have the same issues we're having. The intensity of those issues, the intensity of some of us no longer accepting those issues and trying to implement solutions, that's going to increase greatly. It's going to increase greatly. So we get to a point where we realize, you know, the world is changing. We are changing. Change is okay. It's time for us to embrace that change and help it along. Because change has been pretty much battered. I see it as like limping along with a freaking wooden stump to use as a crutch. We got to help that bitch along. Change got beat the F up, so we got to help her along. Yeah, it's just a lot of change. People people in spiritual groups and stuff, those of us who are into like all the new age, hooky pooky, they keep posting this stuff about the new earth. New earth is coming. This is the new earth. It's not suddenly rainbows and butterflies and like, whatever it is you're saying in your meme. This is a new earth. We're going to have to dismantle the old earth and reconstruct a new earth in its place. And that's going to take more than half of us. We have to reach critical mass. We've already reached critical mass when it comes to awareness. What to do with that awareness? You use me as an example. I am very highly aware. And I use that awareness to assist me in my avoidance of my learning. That's just a fact. I ain't even fucking ashamed of it. That's just a fact. That's why I do that a lot for everything. Everything. I use my awareness to avoid my lessons. Ain't that some shit? How can you say you can't read for yourself? Oh my God, you're so good at reading. That's why. Why do you think I ask my pendulum questions? It'll answer you real good, accurate even. I ask it something, bitch is dangling. Zero movement because of that. So, be aware of the way you process your increasing awareness. If you're using your increased awareness to help support your learning, or if you're using it to block off that conscious learning, okay? Things have definitely become lighter. There's been a lot of different changes since the 1111 portal. So with that, I kind of just want to explain that before I go. It will definitely feel lighter when all the distortions are lifted off of you and removed, right? It's lifted and completely removed from you. Not all the distortions, but most of it. Now, the distortions had to be cleared because of what? Because you're going to receive something even larger. This is a new thing. It comes directly from divinity. Each of us will be receiving something large, different from each other. It's very unique to you. Whatever it is you receive, I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be huge. It's going to be taking up quite a bit of space in your auric field. And whatever this load is, it's going to help you further yourself along as we approach that 1212 portal and also that 1221 date. Both those dates are very, very significant. Why did the Mayan calendar end on 1221? The world didn't end, but why did the Mayan calendar end on that specific date? 12/21, 2012. Just really, really think on that. These are huge stargates that open and close. As these portals open, I think this year it's not just going to be a portal. It's like when you have that maze with all the mirrors in it. If the mirror is tilted in just the right angle, it can help to create either a visual of infinity, like infinite reflections of you in a mirror. It can be used like in Indiana Jones movies where they adjust the mirrors so that the light from the surface reaches the subterranean level. It could definitely be used to spread light in that way. If you feel like you're being shifted, your focus is being shifted, you're probably a light projector. Just a lot of different changes. So this year, I don't feel like it's just going to be a portal opening on 12/12 and 12/21. I feel like those are major stargates. That portals will be open to finally allow this stargate coding to come through and activate an actual stargate. Just a lot of, interesting things. A lot of really interesting things heading our way. We got this. We got this. So, y'all, if you could give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. I just got to finish downloading. I can only do it in my sleep. I got to go. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.